is where the drama starts. Lap 30, 8 laps to go. Sandobi hoping to take advantage of these lapped cars. Pilecki goes, dives onto the right side. Very aggressive here. This is lap 4. The two Viceroys. Bill Frazier ahead of Matt Pilecki. Frazier's off. Frazier hit the grass. You hit that tire wall, your day is done. You know, it's lap 20. The Williams still trying to get around the Terrell team as he'll go around the left car and around those at the same time. At the same time, he's got the inside corner. Will he ride the curb? Yes, he will. He will get him on the inside. Vito Maria leading us all into Moss's corner. Look at the beauty as his right side will cook the grass a little. A 360. Oh. Who will yield going into this corner? It's really not meant for too wide as it will be Gernald. Gernald will yield. Lots of smoke picking up from that Williams car. He is pushing it to the absolute limit. 26 of 30 now. Only 4 laps to go. He's going to get the run coming out the final corner. He's going to pull up side by side with the leader. It's going to be a drag race to the finish. Who is going to get there first? It's going to be
Indy 500 parade queens, fluttering balloons, fried chicken feasts, and shrieking engines are so indelibly embedded in the American psyche that it's difficult to visualize the Indianapolis Motor Speedway as anything but today's steel, concrete, and asphalt temple of speed. Who kisses the bricks today for round 8 of the Lotus 79 CTC Championship? And all the retro open wheel action from green flag to victory donuts can be seen here live as it happens on the Global SimRacing Channel. Floating high above the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, way up in the press box to bring you all the action, is Richie Hearn and yours truly, Sean Ambrose. Our director, the doctor of pit topology himself, I'm Jed Yaman, armed with cameras located, aimed, zoomed, and focused by the GSRC camera guru, Dougie Beard. Now, if you've brought cyberspace into your place, and over the next few streaming award-worthy minutes, GSRC will bring you all the storylines and all the stats and facts you'll need to appreciate the 33 laps of simulated historic open-wheel racing that will immediately follow. Now, Richie, back on American soil this week, we come to another classic venue, one that I think you might have a little bit more insight on than the average bear. Please give us all a little bit about Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Yeah, thank you, Sean. Welcome, everybody. Here we are at beautiful Indianapolis Motor Speedway. For me, this is the mecca for open wheel racing. It was built in 1909, and it's second purpose-built bank oval racing circuit after Brooklands, and the first to be called a speedway. The road course was completed in 2000 for the inaugural F1 race at IMS, which was won by none other than Michael Schumacher. The 2014 course was modified to its current layout, which is 2.4 miles, 3.9 kilometers, with 13 turns. It's been placed on the National Register of Historic Places in 1975 and designated a National Historic Landmark in 1987. It is the only such site to be affiliated with automotive racing history. Now let's get a ride around this track with our lap guide.
All right, we've got Juhan Noralampi in the GSRC Lotus 79, so let's do a lap around Indianapolis. It's a hugely long stretch down into Turn 1. Not only will drivers be punching a giant hole in the air to provide a big slipstream, but the heavy braking into one also makes this easily the most ideal place for a pass. But the difficulty in overtakes here is that the chicane and then Turn 3 require a light right foot. You might see some drivers go for a pass and then blow it. Turn 4's braking is also particularly tricky with how unsettled the car tends to be. 5 will be flat out, but then you've got to try to bring it back across the track to help open up the patience try in Turn 6. Hug the left side for a good line into 7, where it's critical to keep wheel spin from messing up your exit. This brings you onto the backstretch, and if you're slow here, you can bet drivers will be eager to send one up the inside into Turn 8. That's the only other heavy braking zone during the lap, meaning there's few good places to pass here. And this is another finicky little section where the corners tighten as they go. Afterwards, you come to 11, where you need to make sure you're getting yourself a good line. Use a bunch of the curb on the inside, and then, as soon as you feel safe, put the power down. You're not going to be lifting from here to the end of the lap, so momentum will be everything. The downforce of the Lotus means it's not really worth drifting all the way to the wall. Stay low through the oval portion, let it swing off to the outside on the front stretch, and hopefully you've now finished a lap around Indianapolis.
And our thanks to the preacher, Juha Norlampi, for taking us around Indianapolis Motor Speedway in the GSRC Lotus 79. Now it's time to take a look at the standings. This is round 8, folks, and things have really gotten tense. Journo Frisch, though, at the top is, well, looking safe right now. Now, Nuno Moreira's got a lot of work to do to catch him with 39 points back, but not mathematically eliminated yet. Now, down in third, Matt Wood. It's the guys from Great Britain and from England really have had a great season, but it leads them all back a little bit far out of the chase. Third, fourth, and fifth, you've got Matt Wood, Alex Millward, Leonard Hughes, but no movement right now in the standings from week 7. So we'll see here. Maybe Leonard Hughes, Alex Millward could make a little bit of a chase out of fourth and fifth. Now let's go to the team standings, where it is the American team of Bycroft and Stevens for Abelard, Saudi Racing, Team Williams right now at 152 points to the good. Leger Titan is right there, though. Journo Frisch on the back of Journo Frisch and Stefanoni. 6 points tied there with Parmalat Racing, who just came up the board here to get into that tie for second. Parmalat, of course, Nuno's team, and Jill Tao. Scuderia Ferrari down in fourth, only a point out of that battle for second, that tie for second. And then you've got the Warsteiner Arrows team of Wood and Frazier down there in fifth, 9 points out of it. So we've still got a really close battle here at the top of the team standings. And honestly, it's far from over. Now, with the Lotus 79 Classic Team Championship always picking up new viewers, some of us may not be really familiar with the race details. Richie, why don't you run us through those now?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are in round 8 of 12. They do have 4 driver drops and 2 team drops, so some of those point standings might change a little bit. This is going to be a 33-lap race, which is fitting for this track. Setups are open, but they will not be stopping for fuel. We have a 17 incident cap rule, and points are off the iRacing official points.
All right, there you go. And now you should know everything you need to know about today. We are watching qualifying right now. Sergio Macias is currently on that provisional pole with a 1:17.330. Richie, what are you looking for here in qualifying?
Well, I got a pretty big field out here, like almost 30 cars, it looks like. And so I think traffic just by itself is getting a clean lap is going to be tough. Sergio and Grenade are really close, only 2/10 separating them at the moment. So we'll see. I think qualifying is going to be important. We do have the long straightaway on the front, obviously, to do some drafting and some passing, but it is tough on the infield to kind of make some clean passes here. So starting in that top 10 is going to be key.
Yeah, I think you're right. The top 10 is definitely going to be. Got some names here we're not used to seeing today. Austin Espity is with us today from the Absolute Beginners Indie League, and Sean Wiltshire here also. Some names I'm not familiar with that we haven't seen. Johnny Bell on his third GSRC broadcast of the weekend. So the Pennsylvania driver currently in 26, so he'll have a lot of work to do. Antti Lepisto out trying to get a lap in right now. He did not qualify his first lap. Just comes across, though, and puts it up in fifth. Oh, Antti the Finn, he gets it up with a 1:17.9 in the fifth. That was a great second lap effort for him. Mark Pickford out on track right now. And, well, as we see Adnan Dizdarnavek there, Adnan does not have a lap in yet, and he gets one in there. And where does that put him? Gets him up to 20, or that's Pickford.
We got Mark. Yeah, he's coming across the line right now. He's usually a lot farther up the grid than that. So, he's got a lot of work to do there to get himself up into that top 10. pretty close for the top 5 or 6 guys there. There's only a couple of tenths separating these guys.
Okay, there's this artifact. Now, his first lap was not qualified, so he must have had an incident there, and getting his second lap in now.
Yeah, that's the other thing that makes it tricky is, you know, there's a couple of spots where you can kind of cheat the apexes a little bit, but then you get that 1x, and then that lap doesn't count. So for some of these guys, that might have been the issue.
On screen there, David Porcido and trying to get a good lap in, but right now qualifying wrapping up. Let's go ahead and go to the grid here. We're going to get him in quick. We've got 30 cars registered today, and this will go quick. Sergio Macias on the pole. Jerno Frisch qualifying right there with him in second. Juha Norlampi, the preacher, with us today in third. Victor Rodriguez with a great qualifying effort on the outside of row 2. Antti Lepisto, 5th place qualifying effort. 6th going to go to Cairo Cola. 7th, Ove Trengerade. 8th going to go to Pablo Lamberto Suarez. 9th, Alex Millward. And 10th, Sean Wiltshire.
Coming up for row 6 is going to be Austin Espiti and Fernando Ferreira. Row 7 will be Liam Quinn and Daniel Guttuso. Row 8 will be Keith Herner, Boguslav Sikora. Row 9, John G. Hill and Antonio. Antonio.
Well, stick with that. That's good.
Yeah. Row 10 will be William Wright and Mark Pickford.
I feel like I sold you down the river. We should have gone over these. Robert Simpkins in 21st. David Porcido in 22nd, 23rd. Andrew Eng back with us today, not working. 24th, Peter Konechny. 25th, Hideki Koivitso. Let's see, 26th there. We've got Donaciano Martinez, Johnny Bell in 27th, Adnan Dizdarevek in 28th, Laszlo Miskolzi. We'll go with that. Laszlo Miskolzi there in 29th and 30th. Going to go to Don Norris representing the Atlantic Division. But here we go. Everybody getting to the grid here now. 33 laps at the world-famous Indianapolis Motor Speedway today. And Sergio Macias is going to get to be the one to try and get to that corner, that first turn. It's amazing, Richie. That dive into the first turn is generally massive.
Yeah, and it's a long run down there, too. So I think you're going to see about 3 or 4, maybe even 5 wide getting down to that first turn. So we'll see if we can survive that.
All right, here we go. I think just about everybody's there. Cairo Cole still waiting for him to get on the grid here. Antonio Arcidiacono is still waiting him. There's Kyle getting on the grid now. The engines begin to whine here at a low pitch. Now everybody's starting to get the revs up. The lights are on. And they're off. The green flag is out. Sergio Macias gets on the pedal quick, but boy, not quick enough. Here comes Jerno Frisch, Juha Norlampi. Norlampi already going down to the inside quick there.
For that big 5 wide going into this corner.
Oh, watch out. Watch out. Everybody coming through. Boy, that was almost a massive backup. Macias, though, hangs on to the lead. Juha Norlampi, Jerno Frisch already side by side going at it hard. Amazing.
Ooh, just as I say that. Sergio's getting a little bit of a gap here, but come back to that wreck there.
Yeah, several cars towards the back. I know Sean Wiltshire was one of the cars involved in that. We'll get you a replay of that here in a little bit. Let's get this first lap in. Macias beginning to scream away from the field here. Frisch and Victor Rodriguez continue to fight back there. Juha Norlampi has been the big loser in this start, Richie.
Yeah, Frisch made a little bit of mistake there going through the S's, and he's packed everybody up behind him just as we're coming up to back onto the short chute there between 1 and 2 and onto this long straightaway. So we'll see some draft playing a key part in this race.
Yeah, you already see it. Juha Norlampi stepping out across the bricks. Trying to make a run there. He's going to have position on the inside as they go into one.
Oh, he's going to look like he was going to go for a 2-4 there, but chose to be safe and just squeeze into that third spot.
Yeah, he's able to finally pull that off, get back around Rodriguez. All right, let's pick up, Richie, let's pick up the replay here on the beginning. And it started with Daniele Gattuso. I think we'll start with him. Oh, we'll take another shot out of here.
Yeah, just looks like somebody checked up. And then just a lot of cars in one spot right there.
Yeah. Well, they're all trying to get through and get things sorted out there. And it was all about the checkup, and it just didn't get any better from there. Wiltshire's the red car. You see all the way to the inside.
I just got shoved from underneath there, and then there we go. Calamity happens.
All right, we'll go on board with Liam Quinn here.
And he just had nowhere to go, and unfortunately messed up his front wing too.
Yeah, and like you said, nowhere to go, ran out of space. Let's go back live here, though. Journo Frisch is under attack here from Juha Norlampi. Or not, Norlampi just took a look and had to get on the binders when he did, and just that quickly, Frisch able to get away. Macias, though, he is the one that is really getting away, Richie. Already 2 seconds he's dropped the field.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Yeah, he's kind of dropped these guys and let them fight it over themselves. So clean air, that's going to make it very easy for him. I'm sure Frisch is going to settle down a little bit. He was really close to him in qualifying, so we know he has the speed. These guys are sliding around a lot, so I'm not sure what the weather conditions are like. Looks like, oh, yeah, it's pretty warm there. Air temp's low. I guess it's not that warm, so maybe it's just taking a little while to get these tires up to temperature. So it just looks like they're sliding around quite more than I think they would be. Here we go, a pass for second.
Juha's going to try a different attack this time.
He'll be on the inside for the next one. And oh!
They make brief contact. And that slides Journo off the track there just a little bit. He's able to gather it up and get right back to it, but Rodriguez will get through.
I've been on this track personally before, and it's wide enough to go too wide, so he didn't do any favors. He didn't give him any room. And unfortunately, paid the price for it.
Yeah, well, he paid the price, and he may have to he may have to seek a refund when he comes by the next time. So Journo does not look like he suffered any real damage to the car, Richie. So I think he's going to be all right. Just a matter of getting back into the rhythm.
Yeah, absolutely. And he lost that position to Victor Rodriguez as well. So he went from second basically back to fourth.
Yeah, and here comes Antti Lepisto and Kaya Ruokola, who are probably going to catch a little bit of his slipstream here, getting onto the straight.
And he's about 6/10 behind him. The draft should be strong enough, but not enough for him to make the pass. It's a good battle going on here with these guys here. Sergio's kind of checked out. He's 3.5 seconds out already.
And every time he gets to the straight, will he just pull away about another half second? Being that far in front, does he have an advantage?
He's just driving clean. If he just stays focused, gets those good runs as these guys are battling it out. And, as they're battling it out, they're brake checking each other, not on purpose, but, they're trying to protect their position, and just slows their momentum down, and off goes Sergio.
Yeah. All right. And you know what? Let's look at another quick battle here. 14th right now. Simpkins. Antonio Arcediacono. Ooh, boy, these two are having fun. Just as I said that, Simpkins pulls away as Antonio made just a slight mistake in his chase there. Peter Konechny who just got past John Hill about 4 turns ago. But Antonio really digging here. Almost looked like he tried. Almost looked like he accidentally cut the corner. I don't think he got a slowdown though, as he hasn't appeared to let up just one bit. Here he comes here now as they get a run at him.
Yeah, he got a really good run off that last corner. As yeah, here he comes. Oh, we got another player coming into the mix. He's getting a double draft here. He's going to go for
oh boy,
leaving him bobbing. He's going to go for a 2-4 here.
Peter Konieczny. Wow, what a bold move by Konieczny there.
And Antonio got that spot as well.
Well, watch this run that Konieczny had here. He's going to split the gap.
That was a good move, good clean pass. Opened the door for Antonio as well to get that spot too. It looks like Antonio's got some damage to his front wing, so that might affect him later on.
I think it's starting to affect him now, actually. He had a little bit of trouble turning in there, and I wonder if he's struggling there with the downforce just a bit, like you just mentioned about that damage. Millward just pulling off the pass on Simpkins. Now Millward's starting to move up through the field after struggling early. Of course, oh,
that was close.
Yeah, it was. That was Simpkins coming in there.
It looks like he's got some damage as well. He's in the draft, though, right now. We'll see. Here he comes. He's coming around the outside. Bye-bye. There he goes. Goes to protect the inside. But this section coming up right here, these guys both have front wing damage. So we get through turn 1, turn 2, but these next couple corners are pretty high speed. So it looks like they're definitely picking up some understeer, and it's killing their run onto the back straight.
Yeah, and of course the fight between Millward and Antonio up in front of them still hot. Antonio again took another look at him and then suffered because of it. So he sacrificed a little bit of time. That Millward continues to come forward here. Already found the rear wing of Konieczny. Boy, and Millward who had fallen as much as 8 spots. And oh boy, a mistake by Konieczny there. Allows Millward to get through. And Konieczny comes right back out in front of Antonio. That was close.
That sure was.
Oh, Espiti and Fernando Ferreira here for 8th. Espiti going to go to the inside.
Just the classic outbreak maneuver there. Very clean. These guys have clean-looking cars as well, so if they kind of work nicely with each other, maybe they'll be able to move up, catch up to that next group.
Yeah, Ove Trengrade 8.2 seconds ahead. And that's a good grouping of cars right there. That's Ove, Cairo Cola, and Anti Lapisto. Trouble for Pickford.
He's not going the right way there.
Oh, boy. No, he's not. We've got a replay, but here it is.
That's a helpless position sitting there. He just loses it on his own. Gets on the gas. He does save it through there.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, once you make that first little slide, those tires are heated up, and it takes a little bit for them to cool back down.
Yeah, we've noticed that with the Lotus 79 a lot. If you get them really hot, if you have a spike, it takes a little bit for them to recover, just as you saw there. And so Pickford struggling a little bit here today. And well, we thought by that qualifying effort that it was going to be a long day for him. We had hoped it wouldn't be this long, and now he finds himself. Andrew Eng having an off there on screen, gets it back on track.
Been watching a battle here with Ove and Rucola, and it's starting to tight up. He's been poking his nose in and out, trying to make a move on him for that 6th spot here.
Ove Trengrade, a GSRC regular, and And looking for a little good fortune here today at Indianapolis. He's got to get through Cairo to do it. Lapisto seems to gets the better of that battle right now, though, as these two fight.
And that is the key corner right there, because that straightaway is so long. The course I ran made this turn right here, so we didn't have this long of a straightaway, so that's real key to get onto that short shoot. And here he comes, kind of sucking up into the draft. See if he makes a move.
He's picking up a lot of ground here, Richie. I think he's going to run out of track.
Yeah, I don't think he's quite close enough, but he's putting the heat on Rucola. This is a great track for these cars, I think. It's wide, got some fast sections, you know, one or two slow sections, which these cars don't really like that much, but these medium speed corners, you can really use the underside of that, the tunnels in the car, to kind of help it.
Well, it certainly gives the fan an opportunity to see what this machine absolutely has. I don't know if you're on the power as much anywhere else as you are when you get here to Indy, with the help of that long front straight. But awful fun to just see how much speed these cars actually have in them. Boy, you know, I'm a little surprised up front. Noralampi has just not seemed to have been able to make any ground on catching Macias, and now they're coming up on a little bit of traffic. And I'm sorry, my bad. It's Noralampi getting around Don Norris. That was Don Norris. They're all passing on the front straight here.
Oh, and Freach going for an inside pass. Ooh, that was close. You know, I think these guys raced so hard at the beginning that, you know, Sergio's just been clicking off those lap times, and he's just been consistent, just kind of just steadily pulling away here. He's now 4.2 seconds ahead, so he's just doing what he needs to do. Still a long way to go, though. We're only a third of the race in.
Yeah, and you say that, and I begin to wonder, all right, so how far ahead will Sergio Macias win at this point if he's still got 22 more laps to get around here? He's almost to 5 seconds. Looking at the battle for P9 here, it's Ferreira and Bogoslav. Sikora just getting the pass completed. I'm sorry, Ferreira getting the pass completed on Bogoslav. Both of those drivers up several spots in the field, though. Bogoslav actually putting in good work. Started in 16th into 10th.
That's a good little battle they have going on there, about 4 or 5 cars. Well, a little bit of trouble there.
Yeah, Simpkins and Quinn, the back of the field, have trouble. They get hooked up.
Oh, boy. Yeah, he cut through that grass, and unfortunately we had a helpless passenger. Didn't even know it was coming.
Yeah. Well, let's take another look at it here from above.
Just loses it on his own, just comes out across, and, you know, that's always disappointing when there's nothing you can do when you see that coming.
You're really just a passenger, aren't you, Richie?
Yeah, I mean, you can't even really get mad at it, I guess. I mean, you can, but, I mean, things happen sometimes. Up. Just saw Feria spin out. Spin out on his own there.
Good catch.
Trying hard on getting on the gas coming out of this next corner. Just kind of lost the rear end. Fortunately, Bogoslav missed him. But if you want to move up to Bogoslav there, I mean, he's just getting swallowed up. He's just got passed by three guys.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Millward and Herner. But Millward right now looking to make the big pass here, though, on Herner.
Oh, yeah, he's right all over him. And if he doesn't make this pass, there's something wrong, because you don't get any closer than that. And here he goes. Very nicely done there.
Yeah, and Billy Bob Wright, who we've not talked about at all. Billy Bob was up there just trying to break the draft any way he could, man. He was all over the track. And by the time they got down to 1, there they were, right behind him. Billy Bob started 19th, Richie.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he's done a great job, moved up 10 positions here to get into that top 10 position. Now he's got, looks like he got Herner all over him. Oh, sorry, that's Millward all over him right now, so he's got his hands full.
Billy Bob Wright, of course, we're used to seeing in the Lotus 49 early on Saturday mornings. In this 79 today here at Indy, and boy, having a fun drive.
We got Millward's going to get the draft here right behind him, so he's going to have this whole straightaway to get this pass done.
Let's see if he can do it.
I mean, Williams just a sitting duck. Nothing he can do there. Just got to hope he maybe misses his braking zone, which he doesn't. So nicely done there for Millward.
You know, the race has kind of erupted into a little bit. I'm seeing a lot of 2-car battles. Cairo Cola, Ove Trengrade still going at it. Millward, Billy Bob, Herner. Okay, that's 3. But Sikora, Ferrara are still having their own little fight. Daniele Gattuso and Antonio Arce de Ocono. The Italians having a little bit of fun here at Indy today.
We got this battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. They really haven't separated themselves at all from each other, but basically Fritsch is still looking to get back into that podium spot. He has been for a while.
Do you think they're just keeping pace right now and biding their time because they know within the last lap, maybe last couple laps, that it's all going to come down to that run out of the final turn down the straightaway?
Yes and no. I think there looks like there's a little bit of an urgency in the way Gurno is driving as he slides out wide right there. This is just helping Sergio just kind of keep going.
Yeah, and I said that he was starting to run away. Juha Norlampi, though, is starting to make a little bit of progress, actually. Juha with the fastest lap last time by.
Yeah, I think Sergio got caught in a little bit of traffic at the wrong time. I was watching that a little bit, and so we'll see what this lap. They're all kind of getting through that lap traffic a little bit at a time, so we'll see what these next couple of laps. He was 0.3 faster than him, though, like you said. And as I said, they're going by another lap car here.
Are you surprised to see so much lap traffic this early?
A little bit, but I think some of these guys, these are some of the guys that got caught up in some of those messes in the back. And even if they didn't get caught up in it, they slow their momentum down and it takes a while to get going again. So I think that's why you've seen it kind of spread out like that.
It cost them an awful lot of time, and now they're struggling, and certainly no real hope of getting the lap back. But still, several of those guys with fast race cars, and they'll have to be factored into how the leaders get through this race.
And absolutely, Sergio's really getting kind of messed up a little bit. He's lost a lot of 2 seconds almost to his gap, and it's all come down to getting by these lap cars at the right time.
Yeah, Norlampi chops it down just a little bit more. Now it's 3.9 seconds as he gets his way up on the straight.
I think once Sergio gets by this guy right here, he's got a lot of clear traffic, so he should be able to gap these guys again.
Yeah, that's Zastarovic and Eng that he gets by, and those two were having a really good battle a moment ago. Yeah, a little bit split up now, but Masi is able to get by and get by clean enough to keep going here. And Norlampi and Rodriguez and Journo Frisch will be coming through, of course, here in a moment. that may change the look of that battle a bit. Maybe somebody will decide to be the alpha male finally.
And now this group of Norlampi, man, there's some heavy traffic they're trying to get through. Those guys are doing the best they can to kind of get out of the way, but it's not always easy for them either.
Well, let's go back to 17th. Koivitso, Antonio Arcidiacono had been battling there for a little bit. Koivitso finally getting the position. Putting in the work there. Been a long race for for Hideki. He started in 30th. He was the last car in this field, and now he finds himself up to 17th. He's still got a ways to go here to get into a points-paying position in the CTC Championship, but a spirited run by him. Battle for 6th on screen. Kairo call Ove Trengrade. Ove trying to finally gets there, gets the inside first, but it's going to cross back over to Ruokola.
He's going to hang in there.
Boy, he did.
Take that inside. They're still going side by side, though, so nice driving by these guys. Get the cut over. And Ruokola hanging in there, holding that spot.
All right, Ove just can't get it done here. We'll look at it on board. He's going to continue to fight him.
Right now, he's just got to get through this section cleanly, and then that straightaway is coming up for him to make that pass if he can stay with him through here.
Ove trying to hang on. Car looks a little slick at times.
Yeah, these guys, a lot of these guys are dirt tracking those things through there, which is fun to watch, but I'm sure it's a lot of work in the cockpit there. And here he comes. He's in that draft position. Side by side over the bricks.
Which side you want to be on?
Looks like he kind of lifted a little bit. Try again here. Sometimes you got to play it safe. Try it the next time. They got a big gap to, looks like, to the guy behind them. So, they can just kind of do their thing here.
Andrew, it looks like, I think that's Andrew Ng pulling out of the way. It is Andrew Ng pulling out of the way for these guys as they came through. Boy, Ng certainly not having the race that he had hoped for, making his return. Here we go, Konechny, John Hill. Could this be a best? Oh boy!
Oh boy, that's not going to make anybody happy.
Spidey senses tingling there. Go on board with Daniele Gattuso.
Oh, he probably didn't think he was going to block that position. He was already committed to it. So, unfortunately, push him out of the way and keep going.
Well,
does have some damage, though.
Man, and that is the scoop effect there of the Lotus 79. Boy, damage, you don't want damage in any racetrack, but boy, you really don't want it here, do you?
Now, anytime you got those long straightaways, I mean, you just pay the price for it, and with no fast repairs or even a pit stop to kind of try to fix it, you're just kind of stuck.
Little incidents like that have really spread the field out right now and left us devoid of any really, really strong battles. We had several of them throughout the field there for a while. Right now, back to 16th, it's John Hill, Hideki Koivitso, and Antonio Arcidiacono, all still trying to recover from their trouble. They've got quite a ways to go to catch Daniele Gattuso, who is 4.5, almost 5 seconds ahead of them now, and continuing to pull away.
Yeah. Maybe if we want to move up to Prix here, Bruno is pushing hard to get by him, and he was right on his tire. And, they're still hanging tight with Sergio. I thought Sergio might be able to pull away, but, they're keeping that gap about 4 seconds while these guys battle hard.
It's really leveled off here, I would say, for probably about the last 5 laps or so. No ground has been lost to Sergio Masi. So good job by these guys. And I guess, from them, I'll say hats off to the traffic for slowing them down. So,
yeah, and they're all kind of staying about this pace. They obviously squeeze up in the braking zones, but not one of these drivers can get an advantage over the other just yet.
And I feel bad for a guy who, like Anti Lapisto, who I know is extremely fast, but has the benefit of nothing right now. He sits there in 5th, separated by 6 seconds on either side of him, and he just has nobody to work with, no draft, nothing to help pull him down this straightaway, and he sits just off of the podium, currently in 5th. Battle for 6th, though, going on now. Trengade, Ruicola back up to it again. And Ruicola's going to get there first. They had to get by the lap traffic of Adnan Distanovic and Don Norris. That was a battle down into 1. Ruicola is going to keep that spot for now. But, man, him and Trengade have just been going at it for most of this race now.
Yeah, they have. They've kind of switched spots a couple of times, gone side by side, and it just can't quite get by Ruicola, and he's going to try again. He's gathered himself up, try to get another run on the straightaway here.
Well, I don't want to be Captain Obvious, but but that is your best opportunity here.
Yeah, this battle right here, I've been watching back and forth, and they're trying hard. They're weaving down the straightaway, trying to break the draft, and in the meantime, Sergio's kind of just put in some good laps lately. He's kind of built that back up to about 4.5 seconds. I really think unless he makes a mistake, the win's going to be his, and the battle for the 2 spots on the podium is going to come down right to the end with these guys.
Yeah, I really like the drive Victor Rodriguez is having right now. He has put a lot of pressure on Juha Norlampi, not making it easy for him at all. He's constantly been in his mirror. Victor is, I don't think I remember seeing a mistake from him at all. It just seems to be having one of his best drives of the season right now. He just finds himself behind someone who's incredibly hard to beat in Juha Norlampi, and with now almost 10 laps, it'll be 10 laps to go when we come across the line. There's still time here for Victor to get a little further up the podium here. I think I think he might actually be able to pull this off with the right move.
Norlampi's just got to make a tiny mistake. He gets the draft here, but he just can't quite get close enough to make that pass. So just going to have to keep trying. Meanwhile, he's got to fend off Prix as well. So, it's a good battle. It's a tough spot for Victor.
Yeah, but listen, if you're a driver, Richie, I'm going to have to ask you this. Is this the kind of condition you want? You want this competition. You feed off of this, don't you?
That's the whole point, right? Just driving around. Anybody can do hot laps. This is the whole fun of it, is being in the position that Victor's in, knowing it's right there for you. It just, make you sweat a little bit. It's got to be fun with these cars, though. I love driving these cars. You can really throw them around as you're watching these guys do it. And the sound of them, too, it's just amazing.
Ruicola, Trengade still having their little fight here.
Yeah, this has not gone away since the drop of the green flag. It's basically keeping Ante out there all on his own.
Well, here they come. Let's see if Trent Gray can get a real run at him here. And as he went down low, it looked like he is on a run. Here he comes. Boy, and just the run stalls out right at the bricks there, Richie.
Yeah, it almost sounded like he lifted a little bit. I don't know if that was just the sound of the what we were hearing, but almost like he's just taking his time. Maybe like you said, waiting for that last lap or so, because I think he knows if he makes the pass now, that Rucola could just make it right back.
Well, are you safer being chased or being the chaser?
I do better being the chaser. I do better being in Ove's spot, keep my focus going forward instead of going back. So sometimes I have a hard time not watching my mirrors too much, and then I make the mistake.
Oh, Fernando Ferreira.
Going around the outside the long way.
Go on board with Herner here.
Oh, boy. It doesn't get much closer than that, but they made it. So it's a tough pass to make, but he did it.
Yikes. Well, that gets Fernando Ferreira up into 11th. Top 10, 4 seconds in front of him, and Billy Bob Wright, who just got passed by Austin Espety here just a couple laps ago. Espety somehow picked up some damage on the car, and boy, it's not just a little bit of damage. He's got some significant damage. Rear wing, side pod.
Yeah, he took a big hit from somebody, but he's hanging in there in 9th spot. Started 11th in 9th spot. So, yeah, that's a hefty damage. That's definitely going to hurt him down the straightaway here.
Well, you can see Billy Bob just behind him is going to pick up on him a little bit down that long straight, but I think Billy Bob's working with a little bit of damage on his car also. Well, hey, listen, great effort by Espety there to have himself up in 9th with that badly damaged car.
So I'm going up to basically Gurno, and these guys, and they're all, oh boy, they're almost 3 wide, and then they got lap traffic coming up too. So this is Norlampi's really fighting hard to keep Victor behind him. This lap traffic's really going to play a part, I think, in these positions. And looks like it's gonna separate Gurno out.
Yeah, and you know what, Gurno really had to really disrupt his pace there as he got around Antonio. Antonio had nowhere else to go. He was driving his line. And then a bit of a mistake from Gurno there off the turn. Ran it out really wide.
Yeah, he drove in a little hard and got a little understeer and washed out, was late on the gas because of it. But he's still right there. But looking up in front of him, they got about 3 lap cars coming up. So this could be interesting.
Well, Sergio Massa is going to come across the line with 6 laps to go in this Lotus 79 CTC Championship race here today from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Sergio, been a class of the field here so far.
Yeah, he's led right from the drop of the green. Has never really been challenged yet.
He's going to have some traffic up in front of him to deal with as well. Coming up on John Hill. And, just up in front of John Hill, then there'll be a gaggle of cars. Now, let's face it, he may run out of laps before he catches him, but it could be close. They're not that far. Hideki Koivito getting out of the way for the leaders coming through. Johan Orlampi still in charge there in second. The battle between Rucola and Trengrade. Something's happened here. I wasn't on it, missed it. Here we go. Richie, did you see that?
No, I didn't, dear. Watching it for the first time, and they're side by side going in this right-hander, and just a little. Oh, And then Ove, I think Ove felt bad. He lifts here and lets him by. So, you know, those guys have respect for each other, and that's good.
And that is something we commonly see here in the Lotus, the CTC Lotus 79 Championship. It's a frequent occurrence, actually.
It looks like Ove just got in a little high, a little understeer, and you know, he lifted, let him by, and we'll try this again.
Yeah, he took his shot. It failed. These two have been racing together for a long time, so right now it's between the two. I think they know at this point that Journo and Victor and Juha kind of in their own zone. But here we go, back to side by side down the front straight.
He's going to try to go the long way here in turn one. Tough deal. Oh, he hangs in there. They're running. Man, it's great to see these guys side by side like this for lap after lap.
Oh, and Ove got back to the power a little bit too quick. That car went for a huge slide. He gathered it up. And Billy Bob Wright getting a spot back there from Austin Espity. He goes back to P9. The Floridian having a great drive here today in the Lotus 79.
Yeah, absolutely. And hanging tight there, right in that top 10 consistently.
You know what? I think Billy Bob had a bit of a chip on his shoulder today. If I remember correctly, his last experience out was not a good one. And he walked away wondering whether or not he should come back. I'm glad he's back because he is, like I said, having a great drive. And battling with Austin Espity is not easy anytime, even when he's got a damaged race car. So Billy Bob just really making it work today. He seems to be hooked up.
I've been still watching this battle between Gurno, Victor, and Nora Lampe, and man, they're not giving up on each other. It's been pretty tight.
It's hard to ignore. I'm with you, Richie. I've been really just forced to jump around. I want to make sure we're hitting everybody, but these three have really putting on quite a clinic, and Juha is just got to be exhausted behind the wheel right now. It's been a lot of work for him today. They have just not let up.
And they got a ton of traffic coming up. And I think they can see that the laps are counting down. I think we're coming up to 3 or 4 to go, and so a little bit of desperation coming.
Yeah, it's going to be 3 across the line.
They're coming down to turn 1, and they got about 3 cars that are going to be right there in front of them, lap cars that they're going to have to deal with these next few corners. Victor's been all over Nora Lampe. I mean, he's really trying hard to get by him. And then, you know, we got Gurno there as well. He's been trying extremely hard too.
Do you make those passes on instinct, Richie, or are you depending on the spotter to kind of help work you through that when you hit a lot of traffic like that?
The spotter's very kind of questionable in the road course stuff. So we got a big battle here still with those Kale and Ove on screen.
You might have to tell them to get a room before this race is over.
Yeah, the spotter on the road course is just kind of, you almost have to ignore it. It's almost more annoying than anything. So you just got to go on instinct and, you know, and hear them where they are.
Well, he's
got a great run on him this time.
Oh, boy.
Whoa. A little swerving going on. Here we go. Looks like he's got it done.
Rodriguez is going to try and come back at him. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. That didn't get... You can't get any closer than that.
2 laps to go. Moss is going to take the white flag next time by. These 3 continue to just put on quite a show. Laszlo Miskolzi just up in front of them. he's going to have a decision to make here pretty quick.
Yeah, Noah Lampe's coming up to some traffic in just a really bad spot coming onto this last corner. So see if he's pretty good. He got a good run. See if he can get the draft off the guy in front of him. But I can see Gurno, man, he has been driving crazy since he lost that second spot early on. Kind of dropped Victor a little bit there.
Well, it really did. Victor, can your ego be crushed a little bit there? And maybe you just, kind of takes a moment to gather things back up.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can just get a little bit of a red mist there and overdrive the car, and got to take a couple of deep breaths. You got basically last lap to make it happen. Sergio out front, just cruising around. Oh, got another battle with these guys. Ove and Kale going into turn one, side by side.
Oh, just... my heart is in my stomach right now watching these.
It's like they had a little friendly fire there at that time, but it is the last lap, so no more handshakes.
All right, here we go. Sergio Macias now in turn 12. It's off the road course and onto the big circuit. Through turn 13, makes his final approach down the main straight. Heading for the yard of bricks. At the line, it's going to be Sergio Macias giving us a nice wave. Congratulations. At the line, Juha Noralampi. Going to finish second. Jerno Frisch going to bring it home in third. Victor Rodriguez comes home in fourth. Here from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Lotus 79 CTC Championship. Richie has quite a race. That battle between Ove and Ruicola, so much fun watching that today.
Yeah, that battle was good, and the battle between Gurno, Noralampi, and Victor was good. Antti coming in basically fifth. We didn't talk about him much, but he just kind of ran by himself there. Sometimes it's not a bad day to do that.
No, it's not. Antti, we talked about the quiet run he had. He just had no help on track to get any more speed out of it. And here's the battle between Billy Bob Wright and Ferreira. I don't think Ferreira is going to get enough of a run here at him, though.
No, I don't think he's close enough. He's not going to quite get to those yard of bricks there. So Billy Bob's going to solidify that ninth position.
Wow. 10 spots he picked up. A great run by Billy Bob Wright today. And a great race. And that's going to open it up for a quick break here on the Global Sim Racing Channel. We'll be right back from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Welcome back to the Global SimRacing Channel and our coverage today in the Lotus 79 CTC Championship from Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We just completed 33 laps on the road circuit. Let's give you those results today. Sergio Macias, your big winner, on point right where he started. Juha Norlampi will finish second. And after a really, really good battle with Jerno Friesch and Victor Rodriguez behind him, they'll finish third and fourth. Antti Lepisto, the lonely guy today in this field, he'll finish fifth, but had a wonderful drive and great success. Ove Trengerade wins the battle between him and Kaya Ruokola, and will come home sixth. Kaya there in seventh. Eighth, going to go to Alex Millward. And one of our really, really big movers of the race, Billy Bob Wright, there in ninth. 10th, going to go to Fernando Ferreira.
Yeah, coming up in 11th spot, we got Austin Espity. And right behind him is Keith Herner. Boguslav Sikora in the 13th spot. 14th is Peter Koninski. 15th comes in to John Hill. And 16th, Daniel Guzzo. 17th, Hideki Kovitso. 18th, Antonio Dono. And 19th will be Sean Wiltshire, and 20th will be Adrian
Adnan Testarovic.
There we go. Sorry, I really apologize.
Hey, yo, Adrian. 21st, Andrew Heng. 22nd, Laszlo Miskolci. Johnny Bell will finish 23rd today. Don Norris, 24th. 25th place, going to go to Robert Simpkins. 26th, Pablo Lombardo Suarez. Horrible run for him today. Just no luck at all. Gets tangled up early and out of this race. 26th, Liam Quinn. Another rough race for somebody there. 27th, Donciano Martinez there in 28th. 29th, Mark Pickford. And David Porcido only got a couple laps in there. I think it was that trouble at the very, very start. Will finish 30th. And that is your field. Why don't we talk to Juha Norlampi first? Juha, that was quite a fight. It seemed like you put in a lot of work there to hold off Jerno and Victor today.
Yeah, Sean, it was a very tough race, toughest for a while, and it was very close between us. I think Sergio was a little faster than us, but well, I think there is not much difference, but I'm all wet, and I'm very glad that I could have this second place. It's almost like a win for me, and it was important to me. I think that I beat Gernot, but I don't know how many points this race will come because it didn't split.
Well, you know what, Juha, I speculated during the race that this might be one of the toughest drives you've had. Jerno and Victor really had great pace today, and they just kept the pressure on you. And I know you say you're sitting there sweating, but did you ever feel like it might slip away from you? Did you have a big moment where it's like, this race may be over today?
Yes, many times. But at the beginning, when there was interesting start, Gernot was taking a little risk there at the start, at the braking, and Sergio went back to the front, and then we just a little bit hit with Gernot, and after that at lap 4 I was catching Gernot and overtaking him, and I think there was a little net code as I saw it from the replay, that we hit a little bit each other. That was unfortunate, but there was room for both of us. I think it was net code. But yes, I think then I was trying to calm my pace, if you can. But I noticed that I am very similar pace that Victor and Gernot, and then I was worried about Gernot's speed because last race he won. And I knew that he could be a little faster than me. And that was the reason why I wondered that if I could keep Victor close to me, that he won't lose that draft. I just tried to keep him about the half a second, but then there was some mistakes from me, and that almost cost me that Victor could be overtake me. And then I just tried to run away, but it couldn't be done because they were so fast, and then it was only surviving to the rest of the race.
Well, you real quick before I let you go today, notice a little bit of a change on the livery. Tell us a little bit something about that movie there on Netflix, Unrest.
Oh, thanks, Sean. I'm very glad that you asked, because that was the reason I changed the livery. Yes, that is the document and of chronic fatigue syndrome, and please, I will like to have everyone attention that they would like to watch that from that channel. Yes, I don't know what is this advertising politics here, but yes, at Netflix it's Unrest, and it's a very tough document, and it tells all about this sickness which I had, and luckily, and thank God that I am not well, and I just want to advertise that movie. So please, all of you, go and watch that movie. It's going to shake you and terrify you, but it's a very good film.
Well, it was very well received at the Sundance Film Festival and several other big film festivals back in 2017. I would recommend, listen, there are a lot of people watching it, or Netflix consumers. So go check out Unrest. It's I'm sure it's very moving, and well, it also supports a good cause, and which involving the sickness that Juha has been battling. But Juha, thank you very much. We will see you next week, my friend. Congratulations on another podium.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Sean, that you are so very acknowledged person here. Bye bye.
All right, and thanks to you. Trust me, it's not that I'm not that special. Let's catch up with Journo Prix, and Richie's got him now.
Journo, great job there coming into the third spot. You were running second, had a little contact with Noor Lampe. It might have been netcode. Tell us about that a little bit.
Yeah, hi guys. It's not even easy to talk about it because I didn't see a replay. I think it was just a really close call, and we didn't give each other much room. So yeah, whether netcode or not, it was just close racing, and I think a racing incident.
Yeah, it was once you got had that contact and lost the spot to Victor as well. We were watching you quite a bit, and it looked like you were driving kind of like you were a man possessed, and you finally were able to get the draft and get by Victor there.
It was really tough because I don't think I had the best top speed of us three guys, so it was really hard to pass. And yeah, there was, I think, just that one only chance, and I was able to use it.
Yeah, it definitely looked like you had one chance there at the end, and it seemed like lap traffic was playing a part in that. Was lap traffic tough to get around today?
Most of the guys were really great. Yeah, in some situations, we catch the group just mid corner, and that's always a little bit of a recipe for disaster. But things went pretty well in the end, so I have to be satisfied with that. Congrats to Sergio and to you, of course.
Yeah, either way, even if you're disappointed with the second, the third place is a great finish. So congratulations on that, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
I hope so too. Thanks, guys. See you.
All right, and Richie, our thanks to Journo Prix, great competitor and one tough customer on track, and well, another guy who's maybe not so tough. Billy Bob Wright is with us, but boy,
hey, hold it now, hold it. What was that?
That was tough sledding today for you, man. What a great run! I've the last time you came out in the L79, you didn't have quite a good run, and you weren't very happy about it. You have a little bit of chip on your shoulder today.
No. I take it racing is racing, man. But hey, before I forget, I want to thank Nuno for the set. He always saves me every week. And I wasn't going to run. Some other circumstances changed my schedule at the last minute, so I had to jump in. Literally got about 10 laps of practice. So my goal was to just get a decent qualifying and then run a clean race and hope that I could pick up some luck. And I did. I always hate to take advantage of other people's misfortune, but hey, man, that first lap and a few other incidents, I kept plugging away, and some guys in front of me slowing down at the end. I think there were probably some fuel issues with some of those guys, and so it turned out good, man. I'm pumped. That was a soaker. I'm right up there with our second place driver, man. I was soaking wet at the end of that one because it was a tough race.
Yeah, it was, and where did you make up most of the positions there, Billy Bob? I mean, was it really the draft of the straightaway, or
no? It was all those crashes.
Okay.
I mean, I shouldn't laugh because that's not funny to those guys, but that's where I picked up most of the positions, and then I made some really good moves. I think I legitimately picked off 4 drivers, and especially the last one, I really had to work. Because I had a fuel issue, so I had to kind of sit for a couple of laps and make sure I had fuel. And then he had some damage, which was killing him down the straight. So I knew I was going to get him at the end, and it all worked out. But I'm just excited that the plan came together for once.
Yeah, I listen. I know you were dejected the last time you were out, and hated to see that for you because I personally knew you were much better than that, and obviously today you proved that with a great run here in the top 10. And
hey, I do want to say real quick that one of the reasons I was able to go relatively quick right out of the box is that I had done the 49 race on Saturday, and compared to this car, that thing is just a beast sliding all over the place. So it really is. To me, it makes it much easier to come into the 79 because the car is so planted, and then you can drive it right out there on the edge. When it starts sliding around, I don't freak out because I'm used to just being crazy all over the place in the 49.
So anything dialed into the wing, or is it completely flat back there?
I have no idea. I took Nuno's set literally 10 minutes before the race started, and I probably did less than 10 laps, so I have no idea. I didn't even have time to look at the set. I just had to ask somebody before the start what the fuel was and hope for the best.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen, congratulations. Hopefully we get another chance to talk to you next week. Go enjoy the rest of your Sunday, sir.
Hey, I'm headed out for some Hobie Cat sailing. So you guys have a good one. Always a good time. I'm looking forward to seeing the broadcast.
And that's what you get, folks, when you live in Florida. Hobie Cat sailing for your Sunday afternoon. And boy, kind of wish I was in Florida with Billy Bob right now. Well, Richie, we're leaving Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I'm going to go ahead and do it to you. What's your favorite memory of Indianapolis Motor Speedway for some of the people watching who probably have no clue?
Probably my favorite moment is sitting on the grid for my first Indy 500, and the flyover goes, and then the singing Back Home in Indiana. And you actually cried in my helmet a little bit, and I'll never forget that, the feeling, the goosebumps. Even now, just talking about it gives me goosebumps. So it's a special place.
And I got goosebumps listening to you talk about it. So thank you for sharing that with us. And like I said, I had to do it. So I get one broadcast to do that, and I chose Indy. So anyway, thanks again for sharing that. And thank you for being on the broadcast with us. Listen, lots of people to thank, including the Lotus 79 Classic Team Championship for choosing GSRC as their exclusive broadcast company. Folks, remember, every time you listen to GSRC, the original music that gives these broadcasts that unique flavor and feel is thanks to Eric Ekholm and Casey Lalonde. If you want some great music, contact them. See the screen for how to get in touch with them. Now, the Lotus 79 Classic Team Championship returns in 1 week, Sunday, May 13th, from Circuit Gilles Villeneuve in Montreal, Canada. GSRC will be there to bring you all the action. We hope you join us. Sliding across your screen now are some of the upcoming broadcasts, so check those out. Mark them down on your calendar. If you'd like more information about GSRC, including a complete list of future broadcasts, you can find it all at globalsimracingchannel.com. We're also on social media, folks. Twitter @GSR Channel, Facebook, if you just go over there and type in Global SimRacing Channel, all one word, you'll find us. We're also on Instagram, GSRC_Graham. Please hit the subscribe button before you leave us today. We'd love to have you back time and time again. It's also a good place to find all of our broadcasts coming up. Finally, on behalf of my booth mate today, Richie Hearn, our director, Amjad Yaman, our camera artist, Dougie Beard, I'd like to thank all of you for watching. With that said, we're off to have fun storming the castle for old Buddy Soup. So until next time, race clean, race hard, and I'll see you on the track.